performance, negative attitude, can you reverse that?
Yeah.
Okay. How? That's $1 million question. How do you do that? So you got your staff. You know, at one point they were good. They were a bright, shining light. Now it's not feeling good, and they're negative. And their files look kind of crappy, and you heard them talk to their client. Maybe you've done a couple quality calls, and the client's like, I called them a couple times. I haven't heard from them in a week. So how do you reverse something like that? I heard a lot of yeses.
Put them on vacation, reduce the workload, and then with them on each case, deal with them one-on-one on what's bothering you, how you help out.
I think those are excellent solutions. Let me throw a wrench. I like doing that. That's a great idea. Listen, we're going to reduce your caseload. Yeah, Joan just quit. You know what? In fact, I'm going to give you 10 more cases. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Because, we got 40 cases we got split up. I want to give you that vacation too, but I need you to work from home. How about that? It's the best I can do. I mean, these are some of the realities though that happen, right? The people. I like it.
Is it a short period of time?
A great example of being in tune with your staff, showing that, you know what, I'm going to help you. That if you need something, I value you, especially if you know they're really good at one point. There's some staff, let's agree, you want them to go. If they resign, you're like, okay.
Sometimes shifting work is not possible.
Okay.
So sitting with that employee, letting them vent, and in the listening for ways that I may be able to help them restructure how they do their work so that it is possible to get it all done within the work hour and relieve some stress.
Is that a one-time session with them?
No, sometimes not. Sometimes it's several times. It may be sitting and doing a time study on how they do their work and suggesting how they can do it better.
And that's a great point. Because, I was talking to some supervisors, and they mentioned, I said, what do you think is the most important quality of a worker they need to have to be successful? And all of them said time management and organization. I like it.
Yeah, I think also letting the workers know what impact, not just their work, but their overall presence has on the organization. Different people they work with in their unit, all of the stakeholders that are involved. And when they see that, when your quality of work goes down, well, quality of work, you have to maintain a certain standard. So if it's going down, that means that somebody else is going to have to bring it up. And I think, if you can help them to, you can't do it in a way that's, condemning, but you have to do it in a way that maybe just sit down and present facts. If you can get them where they can just take facts, that might be helpful.
I think that's an excellent point because sometimes we get lost knowing that all the stuff I'm doing, what does it matter? What does it mean? How does it add to what's going on? I think if they understand that note that I did or that report that I completed, someone's going to read that and it's going to help make a determination for services, or it's going to help whether we're going to buy a family or get someone in a more appropriate setting. People need to know that what they're doing, it means something, it has value. Sometimes we get disconnected from that. And I think that's, also your workload goes down. This is what I've noticed lately. Joe, I've seen a lot of good things, in the past, but it doesn't seem like you're on the same level you used to be. And because of some of the things that are dipping, a lot of times people are promoted because they're good workers. Maybe it's happened for some people here, I don't know. But because you're a good worker, doesn't mean someone's a good manager. It's a different skill set. Because if that was the case, you would still be a worker. And this happens at a lot of businesses, most businesses across the whole world. So if they say, if you're a good worker, wow, then you can probably make this unit good because we tend to generalize that. Well, you can probably use those skills and get the whole unit to be just like you. We just want to clone you and get 5 or 10 more of you and do the same thing. But managing people, as Stephen alluded to, is hard because everyone's unique. And that's where you have to be able to look at and use that empathy and understand every person's unique. What are they going through? How can we help them? How can we help them want to get better, want to grow? Because
We had a person come to one of our trainings, and she was so excited. She worked in getting a placement for a child that had mental health. And she had been working and working and working on it, and finally got it to happen. No one at her agency said one word to her about doing a good job. She brought this up during the training, and guess what our group did?
well, no, what was her supervisor response, remember?
What?
So she told her supervisor,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's
I
right.
got this kid into this residential placement, I worked really hard to do it, and her supervisor said, that's your job, anyone else want to take a stab at it?
Yeah.
She said, that's good, I like all that. She said, is your billing done? Did you get your billing hours done? Okay, that's important. I mean, I gotta get paid. The agency needs to get paid. But if someone, really worked hard and said, "Hey, Tim, I've worked really hard to get this kid where they need to go, or this family. I had to jump through a lot of hoops, but I made it happen." They're looking for a pat on the back. You know what I mean?
She got no appreciation from her agency, from her supervisor, from her coworkers. But she shared it with us, and guess what the group did?
They clap, yeah. You know, it happened months ago. We all gave her a round of applause, and we're like, "Great job, Tracy. You did a great job with that."